Hello everyone, this is Ishansha and welcome to Zinteractive. As we have gone through the basics of primitives and polygonal models, so let's start in lesson 11 how to create models in 3D Studio Max. So let's do some modeling. I was not talking about that modeling. Let's do some polygonal modeling in 3D Studio Max. So we are going to model a basic sofa, or you can say a chair. And before modeling, we need to set up planes reference images. Okay, so why the reference images are important? The reason is that because reference images will act like a tracing paper. So it will help you to trace out and model exactly what we are looking for. Okay, so to set up reference images, we need a plane, and we have three different type of you can say reference images. If you can see here, we have chair top, chair side, and chair front. So we will set up all these right now. Okay, so basically we will go in the create menu in the command panel, and in the geometry we will take plane. Okay, and first we will go on the top viewport and we will draw a plane randomly, just like this. Don't worry about any size or anything here. Once we are done with this, then what we can do, we can go here in the modify. Okay, we don't need segments here because we are not modeling, we are just creating reference image, so we don't need you can say segments for reference images, so we can do with the minimum segments. Size should be like same for length and width, so it will create a square plane. Okay, so maybe I will type here something like let's check if 50 is okay. So I will type here 50 centimeter here, 50 centimeter here. Okay, which kind of looks okay, and then I will keep it here. And then what I can do is that I have to apply now the reference image of the chair, the top view on this plane. So simple, what I will do, I will bring up my folder here where I have these reference images. So I will take the top chair, drag and drop it over this plane. Okay, and you will see that we have this top reference image on this plane. Okay, now what we are going to do is that you can make another plane from the front viewport, but to repeat the process, I can duplicate this. To duplicate it, what I can do is that first of all, I need to put this in the center. So I will select this plane. Okay, go in the coordinate system down, make sure your select and move is selected. Then, and everything I will turn into 0, 0, and 0. So that means now it is completely in the center. So what I will do, I will take my rotation tool, press shift key on the keyboard and go to the left viewport. And when I will rotate with the shift key press, so it will create a duplicate copy of it, like a clone of it. Okay, and once it is done, so I will choose copy, not instance, otherwise what will happen if you will change this, this will change as well. So I will keep it copy and I will press OK. I want to move it on the top, okay, somewhere over here. So I will move it here. Okay, now if you will notice that the z-axis should be 25 centimeter. Why? Because the size, as you know, is 50 centimeters. So if I will move it on the top as on the grid itself, sitting on the grid, so it should be 25, which is the half of the 50 centimeters. So it will be exactly over this grid. So now it is 25 centimeter on the top. But if you will notice that it's not 100% rotated right, so I will go in the rotation option and make sure the x-axis over here is 90 degrees, not 90 point something, exactly 90. So I'm done with this. What I can do, I can move it a little bit back, just like that, Okay, now what I will do here is that I will go in my top viewport or front viewport, okay, and rotate this one, the one which I created just right now for the top, so sorry, for the front. So I will press shift and rotate it, make it copy, make sure that the rotation of the Z is 90 degrees, so it will be exactly rotated as 90 degree. Okay, now I will take my moving tool and move it somewhere over here, okay, which means x-axis should be minus 25 because it is moving towards this side, left side, so it will be minus 25. Y should be 0, okay, and Z is 25, which is fine. So now I have a good reference here. Now only what I need to do is that I have to drag and drop the actual images. I will take the front, drag the front on the front plane, okay, which is fine, and I will take the side and drop it on the side. Now the only issue is that if you will see here that the legs are in the air, okay, so what I need to do is that, and as well over here, and this is not facing in the right direction, so what I can do, I can take my rotation tool first and rotate it in the other direction, which is minus 180 degrees, sorry, minus 90 degrees. So I will go in the Z and type here minus 90 degrees. Now I'm fine with it. Now I will take the moving tool, control key, and select both of them, okay, and once both are selected, I will move it down so these legs will touch the grid. Okay, now it's exactly on the grid, a little bit up. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so now we are set up and we can start doing our modeling. Now in the beginning of the class, I told you perspective viewport is just to see how your modeling is going on, but you don't model from the perspective viewport because it's not ideal. So how you will model? You will model from these three viewports, but from these three viewports, I cannot see the planes. The reason is that they are in the wireframe, all of them. You can see here wireframe, wireframe. So what I need to do, I have to go here, okay, default shading I have to turn on. Okay, also I will turn on edge faces. Same thing here, default shading and also edge faces. Default shading and also edge faces. Okay, now I will go to my create panel here, primitive, and I will take box. Now we will start modeling from all of these angles, okay, and we will start modeling with this area first, then we will move to this, then other parts. Okay, first let's model this one. To model this, what I need to do is that I need to create a box here, somewhere here, and make it like this. Okay, now if you will see that this box is basically not the exact size, but you don't have to worry about, we can change that. The only issue I'm facing right now is that this box is basically not see-through. I cannot see now my plane because it's covering the plane. So what you can do, you can right click on this box. After that, you will go to object properties. Inside the object properties, you will check see-through. When you check the see-through and press OK, so it will become like a see-through. Okay, now you can see whatever it is there. Okay, now what I will do, simple, I will go here and modify. Okay, I will go here and sorry, first let's add some segments here so we can easily model. So let me add, I think 5 is enough. Okay, that's fine. And then I can go in the modify list and will add edit poly. Now after adding the edit poly, I will take the vertices and I will try to put these vertices on this dark line, this dark black line. What is this? This is the center of the grid. Now what I need to do, I have to select these vertices and move it from x-axis to this center line. This dark line is the center line. Okay, now I want to create this shape. So obviously to create this shape I have to do some movement. Okay, what kind of movement? I will take these, okay, and then I will move them like around and also rotating. So I will keep on pressing W on the keyboard for movement and E on the keyboard for rotation. So I will rotate just like this. Okay, and then I will move it here, and I will try to adjust these matching the shape of my sofa. Okay, so you have been noticed. Let me do one more thing. In the perspective I can turn on my edge faces also, so I can see here the edge faces as well. Now if you have noticed here, I am taking these vertices with the marquee tool, so that not only one of this is selected, the one which is behind, like this one, is also selected, because the behind one is also following the same shape, like I explained in the last class. And what you need to do, you have to evenly divide them, because here you can see little gap, little more gap, and a lot of gap. So usually you don't do that, otherwise what will happen, it will not be balanced. So I will try to even out these. Okay, here it is fine. Now only issue I'm facing at this stage is that this area is fine, okay, but here I don't have segment, so I cannot clearly model it and trace it as it is behind in this reference image. It's not following the reference image because I'm lacking some of the vertices, some of the segment edges over here. So I need to add here. So there are a couple of ways to do that. Okay, first way is that I can take my edge, okay, and then I can press this edge here, press Shift key, and then click here. You can see that it is becoming yellow. That means it is showing me that this whole ring of edges will be selected. So if I click here, so you can see that here in the perspective view, the whole ring is selected in this way. This is what we did in the last class. Now what I can do here is that I can apply a connect operation on it. What will the connect operation do? Whatever edges are selected as a ring, it will create another edge crossing it, like suppose here it will create. Okay, like where I can find the connect, I can go down here in the edit edge option here. Okay, I have connect. Okay, now if I will press connect here, so you can see that it will create a option like a new edge across it. Okay, so you have to select the whole ring. Do not apply connect on only two edges. Like suppose, let me undo it to give you an example. I cannot select these two and apply connect. It will apply, it will create the edge between these two. But what will happen? It will deform, or you can say, you know, kind of you can say out of topology. It will not follow the topology. It will become you know, ugly or like something like that. Okay, so never try to add like a segment between only two. You have to select the whole ring of it. Okay, so this is what you need to do. So you have to press Shift key, you have to select one edge, press Shift key, then select the other one, so the whole will be selected. Okay, so if I press here Shift key, and then if I click here, and then the whole thing is selected. Okay, so I can press connect, or one more thing, you can go in the setting. In the setting, it will give you this menu here, where you can add as many segments you want. Right now there is only one edge created. Basically this is called edge loop. Okay, one edge loop is created, so you can increase it to 2. Now you can see there are 2. Okay, and also you can change its like location, like a kind of distance between these two, which is called pinching. So I'm pinching right now. Okay, so I don't want to pinch it. I will make it 0. Other than that, we have here, which is slide. Okay, so it is sliding it, moving it. Okay, so I don't want to slide it also, and also I don't want 2, so I only want 1. So what I can do, I can press OK, or I can add from here too, and it will apply and it will continue, but I don't want that. I just want 1, so I will press OK. Now, the reason I didn't added more segments in the beginning, the reason was that because if you will put a lot of segments, if you will create a lot of segments, then it will be problem for you to model, because you will have so many segments that it will become complex and it will become hard for you to model. So it's always good that you keep on modeling, shaping it up, and whenever you need it, whenever it is necessary, you keep on adding the segments. This is the right way to do polygonal modeling. So now I have it. I can go to vertices and I can reshape it. Okay, something like this. Now here also I need one more. So what I can do, I can repeat the process. Okay, I can select one and then I can press shift, select these. Okay, and then I can go to connect and it will be select. It will create one more edge loop here. So whatever setting you apply here, it is recorded, and next time when you press connect, it will use this last setting. Okay, so I can now move this one here, basically. Okay, now here I need one more. Okay, so this time what I can do is that, let me do one thing. Let me take these also and put it down, so it will also follow this shape, but here I'm lacking, so that's why I cannot create it. So as I told you, the one method is to select the ring and connect with it, and when you connect it, the edge loop is selected. Okay, another method to apply or to create a edge loop is through swift loop. Okay, which is a more faster way to do that. And how you can do it, if you remember last class we studied about these ribbons here. Okay, so here we have an option in the modeling edit. Inside the edit we have swift loop, so you have to click on the swift loop. Once you click on the swift loop, it will be activated, and you can see if I'm moving on any of these rings, okay, it is creating a edge loop. Like suppose I want an edge loop here, so I can go and create wherever I want. Like suppose I want it here, so I can press my button, left click mouse, and as soon as I will do, it will create a edge loop. Can you see that? And I can add as many I want, and very quickly I can do that. Okay, but I only want one, so that's all. So you have to make sure that when you're using swift loop, okay, and when you're done, you have to deactivate it, because once you turn it on, once you activate it, you will be always in that process unless you go back in the edit, okay, and then you deactivate it by clicking it again, and now it is deactivated. I'm not in the swift loop anymore. So always do that. Otherwise what will happen, maybe by mistake you are keep on creating as many edge loops. Okay, so activate it. When you are done, deactivate it. Now I will go to the vertex, take this vertex and move it down a little bit, or I can move it here. Okay, and maybe this one a little bit here. So a good work is being done here at this side. Okay, so now I want to create this part, and what I can do, I can move these up and then add edge loops and do other kind of stuff. But other things I can do over here. Okay, what I can do either extrude or bevel. Okay, now if you remember, when we were creating shapes, we were converting shapes into 3D meshes. So we used extrude and bevel. So same thing we have here, extrude and bevel. But what we can extrude and what we can bevel. If I will go in the polygon mode, okay, I will be able to select the faces like we studied in the last class. So we have this face here. If I click on it, okay, you can notice that this face is selected. Now this face I can extrude or I can bevel. Okay, so how I can extrude or bevel? simply I will go in the options here, and I will go in the edit polygons, and here I have extrude and I have bevel. Okay, you can extrude and bevel by clicking here, which is basically a quick extrude or a quick bevel. Okay, or you can go to the setting, which is more detailed. Okay, first let me show you if, how to do with the shortcuts. If you click on the extrude, you can simply go in any viewport. Like suppose if I go to the front viewport and try to extrude it, I can simply extrude it like this. Okay, so you can see that plane, that face is now extruding. Okay, so this is extrude. What else I can do? I can go to bevel and I can do the same thing. Okay, I can go here. Okay, and then I can bevel it up like this. Okay, once I have moved it up, so I can once it is moved up, you press the left click, but still you will be in that option. The second step is to create the outline of it. Okay, so that's how you can do the bevel. So this is how extrude and bevel is done. Okay, with the shortcut. But with the settings, it's the same thing, but you just have to give your own values. By clicking the setting, what you can do, you will have this menu here. First of all, you have group normals. Okay, and you have this one, which is the height. Okay, and then you have here the bevel outline. Okay, so I can make the bevel outline bigger or smaller. Okay, so already you know what it is. So this is how it will work. Now let me do one thing here. Before doing extrude or bevel, okay, let me create some swift loops over here. Maybe 2 I can make. So I can go in the edit, I can take the swift loop. Okay, and I can go here in the top viewport. I can click, I can create one here and I can create one here. Okay, now I can go back, edit, and deselect it. Now I can go in my polygon mode. Okay, now I have to select not one, because there are 3, so I have to press Control and select 1 and this 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 are selected. Now same thing, let's do extrude, not bevel. I don't want bevel, I will do extrude with the setting. Okay, now I have the setting here, so what I can do is that I can increase it. Okay, that's all, because extrude will only give you height. But here I have something which is called the grouping. Okay, so there are 3 like different types here: group normals, local normals, and by polygon. Group normals, we are right now here. So what it will do is that normally it will move it up in the direction where we are making in the scene. Local normal, what it will do is that it will take the pivot point of your face and use that for extruding it. So let me go to group normal first, and you can see I have only one option here to increase or decrease the amount of the height. Okay, but if I will go to the group norm, like local normal, so I have height. Okay, the same thing which I have built up like before. Okay, but I also have bias. So what will the bias will do is that it will change the direction of it. Okay, like if I will change the direction of it, it will move with that direction. Okay, so but I don't want that, I'll keep it as it is. The next one here is the by polygon. So if you click by polygon here, what will happen? How many polygons are there which I selected? 1, 2, 3. So if I will choose by polygon, so what will happen now? It is not extruding 1, it is extruding 3 on the different time. Okay, let me show you how it works. Let me first do a normal one with the group normal and press OK here. Now it is extruded. Now if I will take any one of it and move, okay, you can see that it is moving like this because these are connected. Okay, but what if I extrude this with the help of by polygon? Okay, and then press OK. Now deselect, and now I will try to move it. Now this time if I move it, you can see that this is moving separately, this is moving separately, this is moving separately, because by polygon extrudes your single polygon on its own height. They are not connected like the group normal. Okay, so I don't want that. I want it to extrude as group normal. So I will go here in extrude and choose group normal, so they will stay connected. Okay, and then I will press check mark. So I'm done now. So this is how you can do the extrude and bevel basically. Now I will take the vertex, I will move it here, and I will move it here. Okay, now what I can else do is that I can go to edit, swift loop, and I can create one edge loop here in the middle, so I can have this one height. Okay, I will create that, then edit, swift loop again to deactivate. I will take my edge, sorry, my vertex, take this vertex and then move it. Now I have a right shape that I was looking for. Now you might have noticed I didn't create this part, I only created this part. The reason is that the polygonal modeling give you an option to make a copy of whatever you're creating and mirroring to the other side, which is called symmetrical design, or you can say symmetrical modeling. Okay, so symmetric you can create in different ways. The first way to create symmetry is through the mirror. What you need to do is that first make sure everything is deselected, like all your sub objects are deselected. You can go to the mirror, okay, and after going to the mirror, choose the axis. X-axis is good, okay, and then I can press copy, okay, so that it will create a copy. Then I will press OK. Now once I will do that, you can see that the copy is made, and I will move it somewhere here, okay, and they both are there. Now what I can do is that they both are not connected to each other. So what I need to do, first of all, let me move this one a little bit here, okay, and this one a little bit here. I have to go in the perspective viewport, and then to join them together, they should not have faces at this point, at the joining point, because the joining point should be hollow. This is the joining point, so there should be no faces here, okay. Otherwise what will happen, it will not join, it will not be connected. So what I will do, I will select all these, okay, and press delete on my keyboard. So there is no faces here anymore. So I can do the same thing here. Deselect this, select this one, polygon, select these, the control, and delete. Now I will deselect this. Now they are fine, so I will put them back together where they were before. Okay. Now once I'm done, I will take any one of these, just like in your shape you attached your shapes and then you weld them. We will do the same thing. We will select them, we will go down, and the edit geometry we have here, attach. I will take the attach and I will click on the object that I want to attach, which is this one. So now you can see there are two boxes. So if I will click here, now there is only one box because they are attached. Now if you will see that if I will go to the element mode and try to move this, you can see that they are not joined together because they are different elements. So I have to take my vertices, select all these middle vertices, these one which is selected here, and I have to weld them. So I will go here, I have here weld option. So I have to click first in the setting just to see what value is that, because I don't know what is the value at this point. So I will click the setting, and as soon as I will see the setting, it is 0.1, which is I think okay. So if I will press check mark, okay, I think 0.1 was not okay. So I will go here, try to increase it, okay. Now if you will notice that it is joined, okay, but not from behind. So I have, if you can see from here it is fine, but here still it is not joined. So I will try to increase it more. Now you can see here it is joined. So I think 0.5, roughly 0.5, you can say that is a good value to join them together. Now I will press check mark. Now they are perfectly joined. So you have to increase the value, and once you get the right result, the one that you were looking for, then you stop it. Pretty easy. Okay. Now if I will go here in the element mode and try to select the element, you can see that now not only one element is selected, the whole element is selected. Okay, so now it is not one object, or like now it is not like two different objects, it is now a one single object. So this is how you can create that. Now what I can do, I can right click over here, go to the object properties, okay, uncheck the see-through and press OK. Now I have this perfect thing here. Okay, so this is how you can do the polygonal modeling for this area. Okay, still it is not completed, so we will continue now. So now I will go to the side mode, but in the side mode the issue what I am facing is that, let me deselect all this plane. Okay, I think it's not good to be here. Let me move it to the other side because it is blocking my view. So I will move it to the other side, which is 25. Instead of -25, this x value have to be 25. So I changed it to 25. Now I can perfectly see this. Okay, let me turn it into a see-through again. Now I can go. This one I will leave it right now. This one I will take it. Okay, and I will take the rotation tool and I will rotate it, because if you will notice that the back side here is slightly rotated. Okay, then I will take my moving tool and I can move it back here. Slight rotation, little bit. Okay, and remove here. Now here I can do the same thing, but if you will notice here, it's kind of coming in this direction, like in this way. Like here it is straight, but then it slightly goes smaller. So the best tool to apply over here on this whole face is the bevel option. What I need to do is that I want to select this part, the front part only. So what I can do is that I will go to my left viewport and select this whole thing like this, okay, with the marquee. But when I select it, you will notice that this sides are also selected, which I don't want. So what I will do is that I will press Alt on my keyboard. Alt means to remove from the selection. So if I will press Alt key on my keyboard and draw a marquee, so wherever I am drawing the marquee, that part will be deselected. So what it will deselect, it will deselect the sides polygon, not the front, because it is not covering the front, so only sides. If I will expand my marquee, then it will deselect the front, but I'm not expanding it, I'm keeping it here, so it will only deselect the sides. So if I will do that, so only sides will be deselected. So this is one way to do that. Okay, so now what I will do is that I will take my bevel settings from here. Okay, and then I can first set up the height. So this is the right height. Then I have here the outline, so I can increase or decrease the outline. Okay, but I have to make sure it matches, because if I will decrease it more, it will not match. If I will increase it more, it will not match. So I have to make sure it is fine, and also the height a little bit. Okay, now whenever you do bevel, okay, so you have to make sure you don't exceed your value, because sometimes what happens when you exceed the value, for example, if I will exceed it something like this, okay, so you can see these faces, these polygons are overlapping here. You can see clearly from the front view, they are overlapping. That means it will deform your the polygon. Okay, so your polygon mesh will become deformed, it will be not right, and everything will be wrong, and it will not look good in rendering. It will have artifacts. Okay, so you don't want to exceed. Okay, so also I cannot decrease, otherwise it will it will look like this. Okay, so you have to make sure you are not exceeding okay, or decreasing the value a lot. So let me undo that. Okay, so this is perfect for me, so I will press okay. Now I'm done with this whole part. Okay, I have made the back, side, front, everything is ready. Now I can go here, right click on it, object properties, and I will uncheck the see-through. Okay, so basically you don't have to worry about the background here, okay, these planes, because these planes are already given in the description below. When you will download all the exercise files, these planes will be there. Okay, so don't worry about that. And next class, the next part of this tutorial, which is part B, we will continue, okay, and we will make this like seat, the cushion over here, okay, and then we will move to the back side, and then we will move to this legs. Okay, so hopefully you will understand the whole process of the polygonal modeling once we end this polygon modeling lesson. So guys, please, if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to like if you like this tutorial, if it is informative. You can leave your comments below if you have any suggestions, if you have any questions. Also, you can click the bell icon so that you can get all the notifications, because there will be a lot of tutorials coming up. Okay, and please watch all my videos till the end so you can understand the whole process. And it will also support me if you will watch it online, because I will have the good number of watch hours. So guys, take care and thanks for your support. And in the next part, we will continue with this lesson. Thank you guys. Take care.